name is Mira Hoffman, and this is part 4 in our 8-part series of 50 massage techniques for the back. Make sure you favorite it so you can follow along. So in this video, we're going to be focusing on the upper arms and the back and shoulder again. So we're going to go ahead and bring the arm down for a nice stretch. Just bringing it off the front of the table, letting the arm hang, encouraging your partner to just relax. And you can apply some gentle traction downwards. And you can see that this is starting to open up the whole part of her back, all the way into her arms. And then we're going to release the hand and arm and bring it parallel and then up out on top of the table. So stretching out forward towards me, and you can see that I'm kind of just holding and supporting at the elbow and also at the wrist. And this naturally segues into our third move, which is another levator scapula release. So you can see I have her arm just kind of supported with my arm, and you can bring your thumb onto that levator scapula muscle, so the one that runs from the neck to the tip of the shoulder blade. And I'm going to pull her arm towards me, so it's almost like I'm rowing a little boat, and push it back. Place the thumb and then pull towards me. And do that a couple more times. Working the arm back down and then pulling up. And bring the arm and release it back down towards the floor. And pick up the arm, and this time we're going to pull and traction it downwards. So you can see as I pull at the elbow, it starts to rock the head just a little bit. Even smush the shoulder up towards the ear and then pull it back. And always encourage your partner to just relax as much as possible. It's natural to want to help, but it's also kind of counterproductive for what we're trying to do right now. And then you can set the arm down, letting it relax. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. So coming and picking up underneath the elbow and the wrist, rotating the arm out and downwards, giving it a nice downward pull. So you can see we're starting to open up the shoulder, stretching all the way along the outer side of the back. And then picking up the arm, and just try and relax if you can. This time we're going to pull parallel to the table. And it's going nice and slow. If your partner is tight in this area, you may not see as much mobility. So we're going to release the levator scapula again, but on the first round I was showing you with my thumb, and if you're working on a bigger person, you can use your forearm. So placing your forearm just where you were placing your thumb before, we're going to use our outer arm to pull the arm up and back. So again, rocking it down and back. Can move the placement of that elbow a little bit. And very gently rocking and pulling towards you. And again, we're still not working with any oil or lotion, so we have a lot of control here. Really pulling up and away. Now, I know some of you may like being stretched or having movement done during your massage. And if so, I want you to say, yes, I love stretches. And for those of you that don't like stretches, but no, I don't like stretches during my massage, I just want to be worked on, let me know what your preference is. And then if you like stretches, maybe we can make more stretching videos. If you don't like them, we'll show you more videos on doing other stuff. So going ahead and releasing the scapula there, gonna give a nice pull and open to the shoulder. And then pulling downwards and back. You can scrunch the shoulder up towards the ear and release, pulling down and back. Let's do that one more time. Scrunch up towards the ear and pull down and back. And sometimes I'll kind of accentuate the twisting of the arm here. Just kind of open up the arm and shoulder by rotating it outwards. Just with a little counter movement before I bring the hand back down to the table. So in these next two moves, it's called releasing the rhomboids, and it's kind of like angel wings. And it's an assisted stretch, so we're going to actually have the client help us. So what I'm going to do is we're going to have Corey, or whoever your partner is, scrunch their shoulders all the way back towards their spine, so really coming in nice and tight. So Corey, go ahead and move your shoulders and crunch between here on your back. So really tight, yep, almost. And I'm going to place my fingertips right at the edge of her scapula. Now once I've done that, Corey's going to round her shoulders forward. So go ahead and start rounding them forward. And my job is just to keep on applying pressure as she does that, so she can move nice and slowly. But I want her to round her shoulders completely. So when you reach the table, keep on going, keep on rounding forward. What that does is it helps pull the muscles. And my hands are sliding over the rhomboids, opening them up. So you get a little mountain of skin. It's okay. Let's do that one more time so they can really see that again. So scrunching as hard as you can back together. Placing the fingertips at the edge of the shoulder blades. Yep. Okay, go ahead and round forward. So it's gripping a little bit taller this time. So that's variation 1. Now variation 2 is the opposite. So Corey is going to start with her shoulders rounded forward, and then she's going to scrunch them back. And this time I'm starting at the spine and working to her shoulder blades. So go ahead and begin to scrunch your shoulders back. And I'm going to keep on trying to pull the muscles apart here, working towards your shoulder blades. Good. And relax. Let's do that one more time. I'm going to get a little bit higher. So fingertips facing out. Now go ahead and begin to rotate them back. Perfect. Go ahead and release and relax. I'm just going to use a little bit of those alternating palms that we learned in the first video, just to kind of open and relax that area. And it can feel really good for people that work on the computer a lot, or that drive in the car, or they're picking up their kids. Relax and open up those shoulders. So for move number 24, we're going to come up to the neck and right at the base of the skull, sort of where the hairline is, we're going to start making some gentle circles with our fingertips. And really what you're feeling for here is just trying to work on the more meaty part of the muscle, right where it attaches into the occiput, the bone at the back of your skull. And kind of rock back and forth with those circles. Feels really nice if you get tension headaches. So making some nice slow circles. You can work coming in together and pressing out. Or you can reverse the direction and skipping down and up. And just trying not to pull on the hair too much because that can be sensitive. And as you find the areas that are a little bit more meaty, maybe slowing down a little bit there and just starting to melt in. So you'll notice it's almost like a little divot or drop off right at the base of the skull. And all these muscles in here are called the suboccipitals. So sub, below, occipital, occiput. And because there's so many little tiny muscles that help rotate the head, and help support it and hold it up, we're doing a lot of work there, so they can definitely get kind of tense. Some of them may feel like little pearls or pebbles. You just kind of want to melt into those. Using that slow circular motion to help them relax and release. And for our last move in this video, we're going to be melting and pulling up underneath the occiput. So you're probably starting to do it naturally, how your fingers start to kind of curl in towards you. So going ahead and doing that, and then instead of having that circular movement, you're going to do a nice slow static pull. So my whole body is just very gently leaning back. It's probably almost imperceivable, but I'm just applying a little bit of that pressure from my weight as I hold on to these muscles from the back of the neck. It's always good to encourage the receivers to go ahead and take a few deep breaths here. If it feels like your partner is starting to pull on your hair, maybe just let them know and they can release their hands and come back. And feel free as the giver to explore the terrain a little bit. So you may notice areas where there's kind of little notches or divots. And those feel really good to be pressed into. And then we'll close with some of those little circles again. Just kind of opening up the neck. You can can continue those circles down the sides of the neck, working on that meaty part of the muscles, and then using the palms to press in and away. And we can even continue that pressure of the palms. So we did that palm walking down the back. We can come out the forearms and the hands.